go too fast, guys. The weekends go too fast. This morning, we are out horse riding. Not me, but George is having a horse riding lesson. And then we're going out for lunch with some friends. And then we're going shopping with my mum and grandma this afternoon. Do you know, life is just so busy. And I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. The more time I spend with people, the more I love life. Right, what are you guys up to this Sunday? Hoping for some good weather. Let's see what we've got going on here. I kept hearing surrender. Oh, yes. I kept hearing surrender whilst I was picking my cards for this message. And I can see exactly why I may have been getting that. Something about timing and surrendering. And it just feels a little bit like, you know, we try and push things, don't we? We try and push things as quickly as we can. We want things to work out here, now. You know, as quickly as possible. None of us want to wait. It's something that everybody, I believe, gets on their journey of a spiritual journey, is learning to have patience, okay? So they're talking to me about you surrendering, okay? They're also talking to me about windy roads, blockades, you know, things getting in the way, things not always being, you know. In fact, I spoke about this a couple of nights ago, and I actually did a post about it. So it's obviously something that is coming up for people, that we're pushing to do things that aren't our path. All right, so we see things that other people are doing and we think that looks brilliant. They're doing a really good job of that. They're making money from that. They're, you know, using this platform, that platform, this idea, that idea, and that's working for them, and they're making loads of money. And sometimes, unfortunately, that's not our path, okay? For an example, I've had people say to me, you know, you're doing all your videos and they get out there and you're getting thousands of people watching them. My path is to get my voice and my channeling out there to lots and lots of people. So then I've had other people that have tried it and they're just like, it just doesn't work for them. And they're like, why is it not working for me? And my answer to everything is if Spirit, if that is your path, then Spirit will make sure that you do well at what you're doing. There's things that other people do on their spiritual path that are just not what I'm meant to be doing, like platform and things like that. I look up to people on platform and think, wow, you're amazing. And I love what they're doing, but that's not my path at this time. It might be coming down the line. We just don't know, but at the moment, that's not my path. And I have an awe for all the people that get up there at church and they do their platform work. I think it's absolutely amazing. But my work is to do it this way. So when they look at how many followers I have, they're like, wow, how did you get all them followers? And that's because that's my path. And that's what I'm getting from this. Well, actually, that's what I was getting from before. It's about sometimes we've got to surrender what we think we want for what we actually need. And a lot of the time, we think we need something and we don't. And then we pull back on that. Look, we've got the creation card here. We pull back on that, okay? And then we don't get to where we need to be as quick because we're too busy holding on to what we think we should be doing, or what we think we, you know, the direction we see somebody else doing, and we think that's brilliant. Look how they're doing. Look how well they're doing. And actually, it's not our path. So then we try and do it, and we're not going to do as well because that is not the way where we were meant to do it. You know, we're meant to do things in our own way. Okay, and this is what I get here. Look, self-reflection and creation. It's about you looking at what works and what doesn't work, what's meant to be and what isn't. Giving yourself time to look at your creations, the things that you have done, the things that have really shone out to you, the things that when you have done them have always planted a really good seed and you've really managed to move forward in that creation. Because anything that's meant for you will never pass you by. Anything that's meant for you, you will excel at. You know, that people, it's not just, you know, these people that become millionaires overnight, it's not just they're brilliant. That's what they were meant to be doing. They were meant to take that moment, take that notion and run with it. And if a lot of us did what our hearts actually asked us to do, you know, so some people might be working a 9-to-5 job in an office and they're yearning to do something else, like go out and be an electrician or go out and be a plumber. And all the time they're ignoring that. If you actually went out and did what your heart was calling you for, you might think, oh, I won't make as much money, but I bet you will. So, do you know what I mean? So this is about you self-reflecting on the things you've done, the places you've been, and the things that you've tried, and the notions that you've used. Okay? Power and will. This is about the fact that it doesn't matter how much will you put into something, how much power you put into something. If it's not right for you, it will not happen. It doesn't matter how many times you hit a roadblock and then you jump over the roadblock and you move through the roadblock, there will just be another roadblock. There'll just be another corner. There'll just be another problem. There will just be another situation, okay? Sometimes it's not that you're not meant to be doing that particular thing, but you're not meant to be doing it in that particular way. For another thing that can happen is, some people, they'll think they're going down a path and then they'll get poorly. And every time they try to do something, they get poorly. If they're with the wrong person, you can end up getting poorly. And it's just like a blockade saying, no, that's not the way you're going. So what they're basically, I have gone off on a bit of a tangent here, but the basic thing is that you have got a new beginning to open up to. Okay, but they are asking you to take a bit of time out. Can you see the darkness here? You're feeling in the dark with something at the moment. You're wondering why things aren't working out for you. You're wondering why other people are managing to do things that you aren't managing to do. Okay? They're saying, you've got to use your own power. You've got to use your own knowledge. You've got to use your own will, your own creation to make things work for you. Because what works for one might not work for another. Self-love, okay, and protection. The other side of this is that, your creations are your creations. And the thing is if you don't love passionately what you're doing, you cannot talk somebody else into having that love and that passion for what you're doing. When I'm doing this as an example, I absolutely love it. This is my passion, this is my hobby, this is my life path. And that comes across in what I'm doing, okay? If you're trying to make money, not that I make much money out of this, if I'm really honest, but if you're trying to make money in life and you're not doing what you're meant to be doing and you aren't doing things that make you love yourself, make you passionate about yourself, then you will not be able to portray that to other people and then they won't be inspired by you. It doesn't matter what job you're doing, you've got to inspire people. Even going back to an electrician. If I get an electrician that walks through my door with a glum face, doesn't like the job, can't explain to me how they do it, don't feel passionate about it, you're not going to do my electrics in my house. If I walk into a butcher's and I want to buy some meat, I'm not going to buy some meat. If you look at me glumly and start just blaring off some spiel about, you've got a sale on sausages, I'm not interested in your sausages, I'm not interested in your meat. I want to go in there and I want them to be passionate about what they're doing. I want them to be passionate about the pies that I'm just about to buy for lunch. I don't want somebody that isn't passionate about what they're doing. And what you will find is anybody that isn't passionate about their job, they won't be doing well. Okay? They're saying if you do what you are meant to be doing, we will protect you here, okay? We will protect you and it will reflect in what you're doing. So you need to trust now. You need to trust sovereignty that this is going to bring you money and that this is the way forward. All right? It's time to reflect on what you're doing and where you're going and how you're going to get there and what is actually working for you and what you need to surrender to make this work. So another thing is I know what, I'll have a business. I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do the other. Now, you guys will not believe how many hours I put into this page. I can be up on an evening after work, getting up at 5:30, working all day. I can be on my computer till 11 o'clock at night, just making this page work, and I really don't get any money for it. I haven't done any personal readings for 3 weeks, and I haven't got anything booked in for 2. So I'm not making any money or any financial gain from my page, okay? Now, the thing is I love it, I enjoy it, etc., etc. So that gives me the push to do it. If you're going into something and it's all about the money, that's not going to work either. Because it's not an inspired, it's not passionate, it's not what you're wanting. So basically, they're saying to you, it's time to think about what you're doing. Make sure it's something you love. Make sure it's something that you can manifest. Make sure it's something that you can enjoy, that you can build up, that you can then put all your passion and everything else into it so that you can make this work and have this new beginning. Because at the moment, you feel like you're in the dark and really you need to come into the light. And you will get that when your heart sings and you're doing what you need to do. I'm going to have to go because we're running out of time, but I'm sure you get the gist of the situation. I'll speak to you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Love to you all.